So I'm going to lay something out that might be a little weird. It might seem a little off the wall, unconventional, and that's all right. You know, that's if you've followed me along by now, you'll know that if anything, I'm unconventional. I am weird. And I want to kind of talk about what's been happening with this challenge. I've been making a lot of connections. I've been having a lot of good conversations with people, but I haven't put out a lot of videos recently. Like maybe a week and a half ago, my camera broke. I recorded one day, and all of a sudden I came home and it was dead. There was just nothing. It didn't work. So I still had my webcam, but the quality is not good. So I wanted to try to get a different camera before I started recording on that. But like that's kind of the least of what's happened. And I'm gonna explain something that might seem a little unorthodox. I'm a big believer in fasting. I believe that I don't know if you don't know what fasting is. It's basically denying yourself something. A lot of people do food. They fast food for several days or a day or whatever, or different kinds of food. Like some people just eat vegetables. Some people just don't watch TV for 40 days or 20 days or whatever it might be. But basically fasting is making a commitment to doing something, making a commitment to seeking spiritual change, to seeking physical change. And when you deny yourself these things, when you it's kind of like the die to yourself video, when you decide to give these things up and just kind of calm your spirit and calm your mind and calm your head, something interesting takes place. I believe that we're spiritual beings having a temporary human experience. You've heard me say that before. And so if we're spiritual beings having a temporary human experience, we exist in the spiritual and we exist in the physical. There's a spiritual side of us, there's a physical side of us. When I fast, generally it's because I want to see spiritual breakthrough. I want to see spiritual cleansing. I want to see things take place in my spiritual. You know, and a lot of times it is for circumstances in my life, but I believe it starts in the spiritual, and what happens in the spiritual manifests into the physical. Stay with me here. So I'm in the middle of this 100-day challenge, and the more I get into it, the more I realize, man, this is deeply spiritual. Like I just thought, you know, at first it was just going to be, look, I want to see results. I'm going to put out a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be cool. You know, I'm going to finally do a lot of things I want to do, but it's turning out to be quite larger spiritually than I ever could have hoped or imagined. So my camera breaks about a week and a half ago, right in the middle of this video journey, and not a big deal. I have a webcam, but still, I've been having a lot of fun taking my camera in my truck with me, and you know, letting you guys see what I do. And so my camera breaks, and then over the next couple of days there were certain things that happened that I really don't want to get into in my personal life. Basically, in a nutshell, some of my past decisions continuing to catch up to me in unforeseen ways that really have put a lot of pressure on my family and on myself, and you know, they're things that we don't readily have answers to, and that's as far as I'm going to get. Maybe one day I'll share what those things are, but for now, just understand that they're very they're not things that we can just wave our hands and they'll go away. I'll tell you one of them. All right, we had an apartment building, and we bought it, and then it turned out to be a really bad decision. So we did something called a land contract. We found somebody who basically said, yes, I want to buy this property. When I get the financing for it, I'll pay you off, and then you'll be out. It's a legal document. It's a legal way to buy a property. And basically, this person that was taking this over in a land contract agrees to get all the rents, to manage the whole property and all the tenants, make all the repairs, do everything as if he's the owner, while our name is still on the title. So we had it in our company name. Well, this guy disappeared on us a couple months ago. Just disappeared, and honestly, we gave the property back to the bank. We talked to the bank around Thanksgiving and said, we can't handle this. We need to give it back to you. And they were fine with it. They said sure. Right before that happened, though, one of the tenants got in touch with the local municipality because she was unhappy and with this guy that was supposed to be managing our property, and they wanted to come after this guy for not getting the right permits to have the right people in the property. So, long story short, they couldn't find this guy. They came after us because our name was still on the deed. Well, it wasn't our responsibility. It was this guy's responsibility. So we kept getting letters. Basically, I came home this past Tuesday, and I opened up this piece of mail, and there was a warrant out for our arrest. But it wasn't for us personally. It was for the company that we had the property in. And long story short, we called the guy, and we explained to him, the situation. We didn't even own the property anymore, and he said, "Oh, okay." So it was a big misunderstanding, and everybody who knows me knows that I'm not a criminal, and it was just a misunderstanding. It's all been taken care of. But I come home, and there's that, and it's just like, what? And there was something else that came in the mail that same day, and it was just like, are you kidding me? And so basically what I'm saying is, like, when you enter into a major paradigm shift in your life, when you enter into a major spiritual thing, there's gonna be things that manifest in the physical realm that are a reflection of what's happening in the spiritual realm. And every time I fasted, every time I've done something like this, I've seen these things happen, and I just call them attacks, because I believe that we're meant to do good, but there is opposition to us, and this opposition doesn't want to see us succeed. It doesn't want to see these good things happen in our lives. So I look at it as encouragement. I look at the camera. I look at all these things happening as encouragement that I'm on the right path. And so I want to encourage you, if you are in the middle of a commitment, if you're honestly desiring something, if you're seeking it, and if you're putting everything you have into it, and you keep getting if you keep getting resistance, keep on, because that means that you're right on the precipice of a major breakthrough. Something great is about to happen, but you have to work through the storms. You have to keep fighting through the storms. So that's my little story. That's why one of the reasons I haven't been on as much as recently, because I haven't had a camera, and I've just been trying to figure out what's happening, and so I just I apologize for not being here, but here I am again. I got a camera, and there's gonna be a lot more posts, so I'll talk to you guys soon.